I don't think he bought jeans that already had holes in them.
Oh, that's
like
that's
the pre-holy.
That's for sure.
He was holy though. Who knows? When we were living in Israel years ago, people would always ask us, since we're Gentiles,
Right.
why are you here?
Yeah.
Like they would think we're kind of crazy. Like, why would you move your family? They would tell me that all the time.
Why
what are you
would-
crazy? Why
yeah.
would you move your family to Jerusalem? You're safe in America or whatever. And I would say, I'm here learning about the fact that Yeshua, and I would say Yeshua because they know Hebrew, right? Although my Hebrew wasn't very good, but I would say that I'm learning about how Yeshua was a Torah observant Jew.
Wow.
And they would say, well, what do you mean? And I would say, well, for example, he wore tzitziot.
All right.
He wore the white fringes on the garments. Like he wore those. And they would be like, then they would kind of pique their curiosity,
Yeah.
And I would say, yeah, for example, he healed a woman, it says in the New Testament, in the writings of Yeshua, right? That he healed a woman with the issue of blood.
Yeah.
So I just want to read that text for you, kind of give you an example because people don't always see this. Let's see here, I'm in Luke chapter, 8, verse 43. It says, and there was a woman with a blood flow for 12 years. It's pretty serious.
Long time.
Who could not be healed by anyone. She came up from behind and touched the tzitzit, or the fringe of Yeshua's garment. And immediately her blood flow stopped. And Yeshua said, who touched me? And he goes on to say that he recognized that the power was going out from him.
Right.
And so this woman, interestingly enough, I read this, that in early church history, they called her Veronica.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah.
You're serious.
So that was hilarious. So
Where? What?
yep. So Veronica was healed, and
And her sister Vanessa.
right. Isn't that amazing? I love that. Oh, they're bringing us into the story.
What story?
So Veronica gets healed, which she was very happy about.
Oh,
this.
absolutely.
But my point is that Yeshua is this, he's wearing
Right.
tzitzit.
Right.
And he's wearing these fringes, and she recognized that there was, like Malachi says, there was healing in his wings,
Wow.
right?
Yeah.
And then there's this other passage that most people don't know that I really love. It's in Mark 6, verse 56. It says, and wherever he, meaning Yeshua, Jesus, entered villages, towns, or countryside, people were placing the sick in the marketplaces and begging him to let them touch even the tzitzit, even the fringe of his garment. And all who touched it were being healed.
Yeah.
So not just Veronica,
Right. Not just Veronica.
but many people were being healed
right.
by touching the fringe of his garment.
But that's so interesting because you're reading from the TLV here, and most of our translations, whether you read NIV, New King James, whatever, they're not going to say tzitzit, right?
Right.
And so it takes a little bit of digging to understand that. Well, this guy was a Jewish guy,
Right.
And he would have been doing these things,
Right.
and so we got to dig a little bit.
Yeah, fringe of his garment doesn't mean like just the edge of his,
It's not like his
snap shirt, like
his jeans weren't fraying or something like that.
right, old school or new school.
Do you think he wore Levi's?
I don't think he bought jeans that already had holes in them.
Oh, that's
like
that's
the
for sure.
pre-holy.
That's for sure.
He was holy though, so who knows?
But I think he definitely, if he was going to wear a pair of jeans, it'd be Levi's.
I think so. He,
Right, Levi, right? Yeah.
but he was from the tribe of Judah.
I mean,
Yeah, like-
brothers,
Maybe like Melchizedek jeans.
Yeah. Okay. And then the order of
Different order of
Yeah.
priests.
So those are pants that don't decay.
Moving on.